I sat down with Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee to discuss all of this and more. Senator, great to see you. So there's a lot happening on Capitol Hill today. War Powers Resolution was, of course, voted on. Talk about your vote and the way that Democrats handled the situation.
The Democrats are so upset with everything President Trump does. And bear in mind, Senator Kaine filed this back in January. So this is nothing new. They've been planning to bring forward resolutions. So this was his target of opportunity, if you will. The good thing is this, Katie. We got everybody on the record of where they stand. And, of course, Senator Fetterman crossed the aisle and voted with us. He supports the president. Senator Paul crossed the aisle and voted with the Democrats. But what we proved today is that the majority of the Senate stands with President Trump. And indeed, the majority of the American people see Iran as a threat. This is the shot for the Iranian people to say, we've got this, and stand up and take control.
At a time when we do have troops in harm's way in the Middle East, of course, we've had 6 service members killed in Operation Epic Fury already. When you hear Democrats talking about the reasons why they're advocating against the president, is it ever in good faith, or has it just become so political on the Hill that they can't think about the fact they've made statements previously that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon and just can't listen to the explanations from someone like Secretary of State Marco Rubio?
My hope would be that the Democrats would join with us and support the men and women in uniform that are carrying this out, that we would all stand together and mourn the loss of these 6 that have lost their lives so far in this, and those that are injured and are going to have come home with physical and emotional injuries from this. And we have to remember this. This is a country, Iran, who's the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism. They have been at war with us for 47 years. And we have to recognize that. We have to recognize that they have killed thousands of American citizens going back to taking control of the embassy.
Yeah, and speaking of civilians and citizens, I want to get to the threat to the homeland in just a second.
Sure.
But there are a number of Americans who are stranded overseas in countries that didn't expect to receive the end of the Iranian guns. The UAE is one example. Yeah. The White House talked about this today. Are you hearing from any of your constituents who are trying to get home? And if yes, what kind of action is being taken to get them back to the US?
Yes, and I would encourage anybody watching your report, go to STEP, step.state.gov, and put your information where you are located in that website so that they can get to you if need be. I have 6 people that were able to get flights and get out today. That's a good thing.
You've talked about this issue for a number of years. We know that 18,000 suspected or confirmed terrorists entered the United States. It's the ones that we know of under the Biden administration. While Democrats continue their refusal to fund the government, Department of Homeland Security, although ICE is funded through 2029. Yeah. What are your concerns about the risk for terrorism here, especially as the FBI has set the alerts high for counterterrorism units within the Bureau?
Yes, and they're high nationwide. And the reason is because you do have these 18,000 that we know of that are here. Now, think about the numbers that are in the known and unknown gotaways that we do not know of. But you look at the attack in Austin that took place this weekend, and you realize how these terrorist cells can activate themselves, whether it is Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, the IRGC, and we know they are here. So not funding Homeland Security investigations is a great big mistake. Not funding forward the work that needs to be done for the World Cup coming here, for other events that are coming here. you are making it impossible for Homeland Security to move forward. And as you said, ICE is funded. They're going to be funded through 2029.
Well, and the reason I mentioned that is because they claim that they're not going to fund the rest of DHS because they want ICE reforms. But yet ICE is funded for many years to come. So
that's right. They've picked the wrong fight, is what they've done. FEMA. 35% of the DHS budget is FEMA. And of course, the East Coast had a snowstorm. Tennessee had an ice storm. FEMA is needed in many places right now. And then TSA, not funded.
Yes, and lots of those workers and employees not getting a paycheck, which of course is terrible for their families. Senator Marsha Blackburn, great to see you. Thank you for coming in. Hope to have you back soon. Thank you.